Hello everyone. This is for the second assignment for the week of May 13 and 14, as you can see. You guys are going to be learning 6 trig functions now. You've had sine. Sine was your opposite over your adjacent. Oh, let me scratch that. Opposite over hypotenuse. Cosine was your adjacent over your hypotenuse. And tangent was your opposite over your adjacent. All right. These other 3 are actually pretty easy. The first thing you need to know is how to say them. So we know this is sine. This is what you're saying. That's how it's spelled out, sine. We know this is cosine. And we know this is tangent. And you say tangent of theta when you read this. You don't say tan of theta. You don't say sin or cos. You say the word. Okay? This, you don't say CSC of theta or sec of theta or cot of theta. Nope, they have words that go with them. And those words are cosecant. This would be secant. And this would be cotangent. All right. All these are reciprocals of the one that comes before it. So this one, the cosecant of theta, is going to be your hypotenuse over your opposite side. Secant is going to be your hypotenuse over your adjacent. Cotangent is going to be your adjacent over your opposite. Perhaps another way to write this, I don't mean to try and confuse you. Sorry, I don't have my phone on mute. Another way to write this, and I don't mean to confuse you on this, you guys can always back up the video and write these down. I'm going to erase it. Cosecant is the reciprocal of sine. Sine is the reciprocal of cosecant. Ooh, that's terrible. I should erase that. In other words, these first 2 are reciprocals of each other. These 2 are reciprocals of each other. In other words, cosine is 1 over secant, or secant is 1 over cosine. They are reciprocals. Okay? And likewise, these are reciprocals of each other. Okay. Now, how do you remember which one goes with which one? It would be sweet if sine starts with S, that it's paired with the one that starts with S, but that's not how it works. Sine is paired with the one that starts with C. Cosine, starting with C, is paired with the one that starts with S. Okay, it'd be sweet if the 2 C's were paired and the 2 S's were paired, but they're not. Okay? Well, tangent and cotangent, that's going to be easy enough to remember. Okay, so let's come over here. They say, give me the secant of something. Now, honestly, I don't remember the definition of secant other than it's paired with cosine. So personally, if you asked me this question, I would first find the cosine of h. H, you're standing here. Cosine is your adjacent over your hypotenuse. Then I just take the reciprocal. So then the secant of h is going to be 41 over 9. I have a very finite capacity to memorize stuff. All I remember is this is the reciprocal of cosine. So I find the cosine and flip it over. Okay? So that's your answer. Give me the cotangent. Okay, cotangent of u. I'm going to sneeze, sorry. The cotangent of u. I would first find the tangent of u, which is opposite over adjacent. The tangent of u is your opposite, which would be 63, over your adjacent, which is 16. So then that means the cotangent of u is going to be 16 63rds. I find the tangent and take the reciprocal. I'm not trying to make more work for you. I just have a finite capacity to memorize the ratios. So rather than memorizing cotangent as adjacent over opposite, I just have tangent memorized. Opposite over adjacent, and then flip it over. Okay. Cosecant, cosecant is paired with sine. I would first find the sine of S, sine of that angle S. I'm stand here. Sine is opposite over adjacent, opposite over hypotenuse. So that would be 48/73. So then the cosecant of S is going to be 73/48. Okay. That's all there is to it. I hope that it's a sufficient assignment. This should be easier than the last one, where you had to rationalize stuff. If you guys have any questions, come to office hours. I'd love to see you.